Hello viewers, let us solve this exercise. On the basis of your understanding of the story, select the most appropriate answer. So the place where Rakesh lived did not have many fruit trees because the soil and weather conditions were not favorable. The grandfather said that for something to be lucky, it should be made use of. The tree gave more satisfaction to both Rakesh and his grandfather because they had nurtured it. Complete the following table by giving evidence from the story for the following statements. So these are the statements. Grandfathers and Rakesh realized the setting in of spring. The wild duck flew north again to Siberia. So this is the indication. Monsoon is good for vegetation. So ferns sprang from the trunks of trees. The cherry tree grew. Grandfather was grumpy during the winter. Why? Because his stories began to have unhappy endings. Rakesh had grown. How do you know that? He could run and jump and climb trees and he read a lot of books. So filling the blanks with words from the text, the meanings of the words are given in brackets. So you have to choose a word from the text. Lack of good food in growing children leads to stunted growth. Becoming a forest ranger is a great opportunity for those who love the great outdoors, have a passion for the environment. The principal heard of a noise from the class and promptly asked the teacher to investigate. Lying in bed the whole day when he was unwell made the little boy grumpy. The thief crept into the house. Listen to the story and answer the following questions. George was made wealthy master of a hatchet. It means he was presented an axe. George's father was angry because it was his favorite tree that was cut. George staggered under it for a moment. Here staggered means he needed to think about the question for a minute. The George's father, it was most important that his son told him the truth. The famous story has made George Washington a symbol of honesty. Now, saving the environment is essential for human survival. All of us must join hands to protect what is left of our planet for a better future. So, what kind of environmental issues do we face today? So, these issues are global warming, water scarcity, deforestation. So, we need to think of the solution to these problems. So, reduce, reuse, recycle. So, what can we reduce? Plastic bags. Instead, we can use cloth. We can save water. Okay, we should not waste it. Petrol. So, we should walk or we should carpool or use public transport. So, how can we reuse them? Plastic and cloth bags, we can reuse them. Glass bottles and containers, we can reuse them. Cloth towels and sheets. So how can we recycle them? In the form of newspapers, plastic bottles and containers, glass bottles and containers, so we can recycle them. An increase in vehicles increasing pollutants in the form of carbon monoxide, means many gases. Okay, so we can reduce this. How? If we carpool, we use bicycles, we use public transport. In this way we can reduce these gases. So how can we educate people? We must create awareness in the people. Discuss in peers ways in which you could do this. So you can use social media, you can hold talks, you can discuss in school. Okay, you can write essays and articles. Now think of an issue troubling the environment. Write a short message addressing this issue which you can post on your social media. Okay, the Amazon rainforest is still on fire in just 40 years. In just 40 years, the amount of land under rainforest lost is equal to the size of the continent of Europe. In the last century, we have lost half our rainforest. It's time to wake up and realize this. This is not somebody else's problem. It is yours and mine. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a nice time. Take care.